Hello, my name is Mungai. I'm a poet, spoken word artist, all the way from Africa, Kenya. Yeah, I'm really proud of my country, a really proud citizen. And also, I consider myself a patriot. I mean, what can't I do for my country? Today I want to share something I learned that has been going through my mind for many years, and I decided to note it down. Something that I believe we all have probably experienced, but I decided to bring it up to the surface. And this is the thing of: are you living your life for yourself? Are you living your life for yourself? Is the lifestyle you're living yours? Or is it meant to impress other people? Because I realized most of the time we want to do impressive things. We want to get to that successful place because we want to show another person that we are actually successful. But does it really matter? Do the people we want to show we are successful really care about our success? Or are we struggling in vain to impress somebody who doesn't notice us, nor even know we exist? It's very much possible. Uh, I remember in 2022 December, God was graceful enough. I had some cash in my pocket and I went out of my way. I bought clothes. They were probably clothes worth around 20,000 shillings. I bought many t shirts, quality t shirts. I bought trousers, quality trousers. I bought shoes, expensive shoes. And I think most of the money was spent on shoes, besides just the t shirts. And after I bought all those things, I hoped that the people that had known me from before would notice. And those who noticed, all they said was, "Hey, Munga, you're looking good. You're looking decent." And that was it. I had spent over 20,000 shillings just to hear, "I'm looking good." But looking back right now, I'm glad that I looked good because actually it's good to look good. And I'm glad that I even changed my lifestyle. Even though the motive was not the right motive, I've I've become a better person for it. And it's not bad to be a better person. It's just that, are you living your life for yourself? Are you living within your means? Because for a young person like me, spending 20,000 shillings on clothes alone, well, I know people who would have gotten everything I got myself back then for way lesser money, and that would have saved me a lot of money. And I would still have gotten the same compliments of, "You're looking good." Uh, Besides that, it's good to look good, and mostly I'm gonna focus on this looking good because it's the one thing that is eating us up as young people. It is looking good. It is owning expensive phones. It's owning expensive vehicles, or just even owning a vehicle, because it's not. It's only a few of us youths who are able to afford vehicles. And then with the years that have gone, with the experience that I've had, I've come to know that actually people can own these things on loans. And it is so sad to imagine that a young person in their 20s could get themselves into a big loan just so they can own a phone. For the vehicle, we will assume that maybe they are owning the vehicle for purposes of maybe doing Uber. But even then, it is not a win-win situation, because in taking a loan to buy something of the sort, yes, it's an asset, but you're going to pay for it with interest. And it is very important that anytime we are taking loans, we are taking them knowing the price we have to pay at the end of the day. And we should even be able to have contingencies. Should the plan we have for paying that loan go wrong, that we will have this fallback plan where we will do ABCD and still be able to pay back that loan. Having said that, I'm not encouraging us to take loans. I'm just saying, like, let us take calculated moves. Just the same way we take calculated moves to make sure that the t-shirt, the coat, the trousers, the socks, and the shoes that we are wearing are in sync. Let us also make sure that our financial side is in sync. Because that makes us good steward of the resources that God has blessed us with. Otherwise, what is the whole essence of God blessing us with all these resources if all we are gonna do with them is just spend the resources on things that 10 years from now we won't have anything to show for it? There's a podcast I was watching. It's called CTA. For those who have my contact, you've probably seen this a million times on my status. You've probably seen the CTA snippets on my status. And I learned that any money I'm making with my hard earned sweat, I should always consider it to be seed. I should always consider it to be a seed. And what do we do with seeds? If you ask any farmer, we do not eat seeds. What we do with seeds is that we store the seeds well enough so that when the time to plant comes, we plant, or rather we sow, and then we weed, and keep watering the plants until a time comes when we harvest. What do I mean by this? I mean that if all the income you're making is all going into paying your bills and supplying all your needs immediately, then that means whatever resources you have, you're not spending them wisely enough. Because that means that when a rainy day comes, it's gonna catch you off guard, and you won't have any money to save you from whatever is yet to come in your life. The Bible says that it's good that we store something so that when the rainy day comes, we are ready, we are prepared, because we do not know what tomorrow holds. Like, who knew that COVID was gonna come? Nobody foresaw that. But it came, it made people lose jobs, and what did people depend on then? They weren't just depending on their savings, because savings don't exactly earn interest. But for those people who have money market funds and they had stored a good chunk of money, the interest that was coming from the money market fund was probably well enough to sustain them while they were still watching out to see what next they are going to do with their lives. If that was what they did, or rather, that's what I would have done in that situation. So when I call it seed money, all I'm saying is that whatever you're making, do your best to store as much money aside for yourself, so that you invest it into other things that will grow, and it will start giving you passive income, and it will enable you to live the lifestyle you want. And you can't live the lifestyle you want as long as the life you're living, you're not living it for yourself. You're living it to impress us. You're living it for Mungai to know that, oh, now you can afford the latest Mercedes. Now you can afford the latest clothes, or whatever it is you want to impress us with. You're living it to show us, oh, you can afford the latest camera. It is good to have these things. It is good because God intended for us to enjoy the good things in life. But it is also good to figure out that we are living our lives with a plan. Our plan. We are not living it for the people out there who are watching us. because those people, they probably don't know you and me beyond our names and the things we do with our lives to make money. So please, thank you for watching this episode. Uh, uh, and I pray that you've learned something from this video. God bless you and go out there and live for yourself.